I want to take a second to talk to you guys about the greater vision today and what it is that I'm working on. It's kind of difficult for me because I'm in a place where I've been guided to move silently in order to actually get things done, and for people to not impede the process, as not everybody is going to be on board with what it is that I'm doing. But I just want to take a second to stop you. If you stumbled across this, you were meant to see it, so please take a second. What has been happening has not worked, not for us. This has not been working out. So we need new world leaders to step forward and make a conscious decision collectively to invest in a brighter future. And I believe that we can accomplish great things together, but that requires transparency. So I want to take a second to talk to you about what it is that I've been working on, and I hope that this message is received well. There are a couple of investors on board already, and I have basically made a journey through the States and within the festival circuit, meeting kindred spirits and getting to know people who have this same goal in mind of a safety net. Most of the people that I've met working production belong on the stage and in front of the stage, leading and sharing their gifts with the world, but they work behind them. And while it can provide access and networking, which is great, it can be hard because it requires us to move amongst the map, and every state is different, and the way that we operate in different states can be complex. I have experienced firsthand how difficult it can be to work job to job with the inconsistencies of where is the next festival, what is the next thing that's happening, where can I get in, where can I get hired, what can I do. And most of the money that you make doing this is funneled back into travel if you do not have transportation of your own. And even if you do, the cost of gas to travel the States is about as much as it costs to pay a mortgage or a rent. So I am doing my due diligence to research and reach out to people who are interested in investing in community, to create a hub within each state of safe houses so that we can move nomadically freely about the map and continue to connect and create without feeling overwhelmed by the scarcity mindset that is placed on us by society and by the way things have been operated thus far. So I have a couple of people on board already, ready to invest, saving up money, working towards fixing their credit, working towards working the system from the inside so that we can get to a place where we can help others. I'm very grateful to all the people who have hopped onto this project and who I'm in communication with. I'm very grateful to have met people that I know have the same vision, that work as stagehands and work production and have shown their ability to build, and who can handle the labor that it's going to require once we have access to the equipment and we find the properties where we will be building the structures. I can't get too much into that aspect of it right now, but there are people working diligently and who have been working quietly over the past year towards this goal with me. The whole purpose of this is to help spread our messages and spread our light and spread our art and make the world a better place and bring us into this idea of the new earth, collectively in a space where we can bring our dreams to fruition in a practical and realistic way, as well as remaining true to the spiritual aspects of wanting to get back to living off of the land and helping our brothers and sisters and creating and cultivating community and working with permacultural studies and, having access to our own food source and having access to what it takes to sustain life in a community. But this is bigger than us because we don't want to just do this in one place. We want to create hubs in each and every state so that nomads can travel from one state to another and know that they have a safe place to be housed in order to make the moves that they need to make to accomplish their goals. So bear with me for a second, because it's taking a lot for me to get this out, because I haven't talked about it out loud so much. I have just been, messaging consistently with people who have been saving towards this goal and getting to a place where, like I said, we can work the system from the inside. So, okay, I'm not sure how well this next part will be recorded, because I felt called to step outside and be in nature, and that is just another foreshadowing and indicator of what it is that this project aims to do. It aims to grant access to people to follow their calling and to listen to what it is that your spirit is guiding you to do. If you feel called to step outside, you should be supported in doing so. If you feel called to be in nature and go camping, you should be supported to do so. If you feel called to sunbathe naked, you should be able to do this. There are restrictions in life that prevent us from being able to follow our calling, and one of those things is the structure of the system that's been put in place for us by the people who came before us. And in the outdated system, there are a lot of discrepancies and things that we've all noticed that don't line up, don't make sense, and they don't truly promote supporting us to do what it is that we're gifted in. And so we have this problem where we have so many people in the world who are doctors just because of the amount of money that it makes, but they're not passionate about helping others and healing others. So we have issues attached to that in the world because people aren't making sure that the doctors actually care about healing people. We have customer service people who answer phone calls and don't give any help to people because they have no intention of helping others, because they are not at that job because they are good at it. They're at that job because they were told that they have to do it to survive. There are people out there who are studying for years and who leave what it is that they're studying because they realize that that's not their calling and it's not what they want to do. And so in order to prevent us from having these setbacks, it's important for there to be a safe space for us to plant and water our seeds. And in creating these communities in these separate locations, we will be able to hold space for people to do whatever it is that they feel called to do. And, that takes time. It takes time. Plants don't grow overnight. So, that being said, my basis for the community that I would like to build in the space of Florida will be dedicated to host content creators, music artists, physical sculpture artists, any type of art medium, whether it's media or what have you, whatever you create with your hands, I would like to make a space for people to be supported in doing so. And as there are many people out there who don't have support from their families and the people who were gifted them in this life to support them, we have to create our own support systems amongst each other to make up for this. And we deserve that, and it is our birthright to have access to support. The goal is to not only create a space to create, but to have this space be a place that we can share what we are doing online and get more people active and involved in the mission, because this is a worldwide mission. And I know so many people have this goal of wanting to be able to have a safe base and a house, as well as having transportation and to be able to travel without worrying about, are my bills back home getting paid? How can I pay for bills here when I have to pay for bills there? How can I sustain a safe space and keep the things that I hold dear to me? For some people that's family, for some people that's pets, for some people it could be just something as simple as a bed to come home to, and You deserve to have access to your creature comforts when you want access to them. But you also deserve to be able to sling a backpack and a hammock together and go on an adventure to deepen your connection to nature, spirit, your brothers and sisters, your art medium, whatever it is that you feel called to do. We all deserve to follow our calling because it is our purpose and it is our gift that we have to offer. And they have made it so that we aren't in alignment and we aren't offering the gifts that we naturally possess within ourselves to come to fruition. This just impedes growth overall, and it keeps us all stuck in poverty and scarcity mindset. And we don't have to live like this. It's so simple. We just have to make a conscious effort and a collective decision to put our foot down and say enough and to change the world in big ways. And it only takes so many people to get on board. There are so many mouths to be fed and so many minds to be fed and so many souls to be nourished. I find it an absolute necessity to do my duty here on this earth to make sure that I leave it better than I found it. And this project is going to help in doing so. If you want to hear more about this project and you're interested in joining the movement, please message me your email or get in contact with me through one of my many social media accounts, because my goal is to get the word out about this and to get people on board who are actually willing to invest. It's great to have one house, but we need as many people on board with creating these safe houses and communities as possible. And it starts with just one in one state, but if we have 5 different safe houses in one state, that would be amazing, because we will have enough space to house and take care of all of the people who want to be involved, because I know that there's a lot more of us out there. They just haven't spoken up yet for fear that they can't accomplish these goals. And so my point in making this video now and speaking about what I've been working on for over a year now is that I want to inspire and provide hope for those people. And I take the wind as confirmation that this message will be received well, and that you guys will reach out and stop living in fear that we can't do this, because we absolutely can. And all it takes is for you to reach out. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that this provides inspiration and hope for somebody, and I hope that you will reach out to people within your community as well as to the people on the Authenticity Tribe page, which I will link below. Thank you for your time today. I love you guys so much. Remember, you are divinely supported. We are protected, connected, and divinely directed. And don't you forget it. So I am using my music and my dancing as one of the lucrative ways that I can bring in income to support this notion, to inspire this message to actually be spread around and to get more engagement. If you could do me a favor and just comment below what your art medium is, what it is that you have to contribute, what your skill is that you would bring forth if you were to join one of these safe houses or to work towards this goal collectively with your community. I think it will help people to see the vision more clearly. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to what I have to say, and I hope that you have a blessed day.